Hola muñecas, it's me, Maria, and welcome back to Making Maria. So, for today's episode, we're going to be talking about El Dia De San Valentin, which is a beautiful outfit that I made, and I cannot stress this enough. One of the cleanest outfits that I've made thus far, which means a lot to me. And I just want to go ahead and talk about it, but before we get started, baby, it's Pokemon Day. I don't know if you know, but today, February 27th, in 1996, I believe, 30 years ago today, Pokemon was released for the first time in America, I believe, because it wasn't global. They didn't start doing global until 2016, which was during the whole Gen 6 era. But I definitely want to make more content about Pokemon, and I definitely want to do more things Pokemon based, because that is my childhood, that is my heart, my soul, that is literally everything. I love everything about Pokemon. Like, I am a Pokemaniac. Like, I just love everything about it. Now, am I getting older and am I getting to the age where I'm starting to forget things and I'm like, who's that Pokemon? Yeah, I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's getting to that point. Is also a hint towards the next look for Making Maria. So if you want to know what that's about, then you'll just have to tune in to see. But I'll let you in the comments guess which Pokemon it is. If you're on my Instagram, you already know, because I already uploaded it today, because I uploaded the picture today, but I'm not going to give any hints towards it. So we're going to go ahead and just continue moving forward, and we're going to talk about El Dia De San Valentin. So I actually recorded this episode prior, because I was supposed to give you guys this episode last week, but I was very sick, I was very under the weather, and I had a lot of bookings. So I was very happy to have been booked and blessed. Thank you so much to everybody in Houston for booking and blessing me, because y'all really put me through it. Like, you challenged my skills as an artist, you challenged my skills as a performer every time I step out on that stage. So thank you so much. Always try to be prepared and always try your best to be helpful backstage. That's my tip for today. So tip of the day: be a useful girl backstage. Try to bring bobby pins, try to bring glue, try to bring stuff. Yes, some girls like to be, you know, they like to be greedy, okay? And they'll sometimes take some things that are not theirs. Just be friendly. Just remind them, hey, do you still have that glue that I let you borrow? Hey, do you still have that bra I let you borrow? Hey, don't worry about bobby pins, girl. Don't nobody care about no damn bobby pins, okay? I was trying to get you guys this episode like last week, but I couldn't, because I was very under the weather, and it was really bad. Like, oh my god, I don't know what happened, because so many people were getting sick, and I was just like trying my best not to get sick. But let's go in again. Like I said, this is like the fucking third time that I've said this, but let's go ahead and go in with this look. So para el Dia de San Valentin, I wanted to do something super simple, a dress, but the original concept was going to be a corset, a panty, and the bow in the back. But the issue with that was I did not know how to properly make a appropriate panty, and also I was oversimplifying this too much. Like, it was like, girl, do something that challenges your skills, something you haven't made. So when I received the prompt, it was given to me by my drag family, the Jacksons. So I have another drag family. I'm part of the House of Misfits, and I'm also a part of the House of Jackson, or the Jackson family. Yeah, the Jackson family. When I was asked, like, we're doing Valentine's Day, did you want to do like a certain shoot, like, did you want to do the shoot with us? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. What are the color schemes? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's the theme for Valentine's Day? Like, are we doing cupids, like everybody dressed as a cupid, or are we doing like just hearts? Like, what are we doing? And it's just a color scheme, so it's super simple. So we went with pink, white, and red. I decided to go with pink because I went to the store, I had seen that they had bridal satin on the remnant rack, and I'm a quick bitch to get remnants off the remnant rack. I love getting remnants off the remnant rack because they take 25% off the total that they already gave you, so it's like, bitch, a discount. And then that week, they had another discount, so I was like, yes, I got 50% off the total price. So I really only bought the fabric for $2 because I only started off with 1 yard. And I know what you're thinking, a whole dress for what? No. I'm not that small. I'm not Barbie, not yet. But what happened was I started with the corset first. The idea was because I was challenged by my master, I guess you want to call her, and I was told, hey, you should make your stuff cleaner, make your stuff neater, try doing this. So I went ahead and made my corset 3 layers. You can't see it, but on the inside, if you can see, it has pink on the inside and then pink on the outside. in between, sandwiched between this corset, is a layer of a layer of cotton fabric that is made into a corset that contains a waist tape, the crinoline boning, and then also the 2 layers sandwiched in between it. So I was very, very happy that I made everything clean. I ironed everything out. I pressed everything out. I will say I will need to buy a new iron eventually, because I have this iron from college when I was in college. You see how I didn't say graduate? I was supposed to graduate this year, but I mean, I didn't say that, girl. Baby, beauty school dropout, honestly, but I didn't go to beauty school, but I went to business school at UTSA. Go Birds. So what happened was, I was so happy that I made everything clean, but I was very, understanding that there were some things that I could fix, like getting a new iron to have a better, more clean press and more even press as well along the fabric. If you don't know, when you iron your fabric out, it causes for your fabric to lay a certain way. You get the full stretch, the full everything that you can experience with the fabric, and it allows the fabric to relax in order for it to lay flat. So when you're doing things like corsetry, you need the pieces to stay flat. So when you're clipping the curves and sewing the curves and putting the boning, everything goes in clearly and smoothly and clean. So that's just another way to just make things clean. So that's why corsetry is expensive and it takes a lot of time, because when you put in all the things, you've had to cut this one part of the body 3 times. So this one section of your body has been cut 3 times. Now multiply that by like however many panels you have. That's a lot of work. And then you have to iron them out. Then you have to steam them. Then you have to you just have to do a lot. You just have to do a lot. It's a lot of tedious work, which I didn't mind, because I was able to accomplish it within the 3 days that I made the dress. So, and I know what you're thinking, it's just a simple dress, it wasn't that much. But again, the work, I had to take my time this time, because I really, really did not want to be stuck with something and then be like, oh, I can't wear it anymore. You know what I mean? So I went ahead and added this gown part to the dress. It has horsehair. It's very simple, very easily made. It's actually based off of a pattern for another dress that I'm making for later in April/spring, but we'll get to that whenever we get to that episode, okay? So as I was saying, the dress was very simple and pink. It was a blush pink, and it was a very, very gorgeous color for me. I really, really appreciated having to have something in my arsenal of outfits that is just different. And I also made this bow, which was from an old pattern that I had for a Christmas look that I did. I did a recreation with my drag mother. I'll have the picture up here, but it's gonna come up there quickly. We did a recreation of Sabrina Carpenter and Tyla from the Sabrina Carpenter Netflix special. We had recreated something for a show that day. We went ahead and I made a bow, and I did like the little tassels, and I did them on my arms, but I have muscles. Fortunately, thank you heaven above for giving me the ability to grow my body healthily. But in drag, I look crazy. I have to hide my arms. So I know there's some girls who love being the bodybuilder Barbies, but I have to hide my arms as best as possible. So until my arms get to the point where you can't hide it no more, we gonna keep hiding them, okay? So we made this bow, and we went ahead and we added buttons in the back. So as you can see, do not mind that there is a missing button. I have to re-sew it. Again, we're learning in this process, so there's some hand sewing techniques that I do not have to achieve. So, and when I went ahead and put buttons in the back, 4 buttons total, in order for the buttons to give the bow an anti-gravity effect. And then I was being very creative, baby. I was in my crafty era, honey. So I went ahead and got some wire hangers.
No wire hangers!
And I went ahead, because in the middle of the night, I was like, I can make this bow. When I tell you, my drag mother knows this, I am a person who will continue working until my last breath, and then that's when my body will reset and cause me to have to rest. So I was in the middle of the night watching One Piece, as I do, and I finished the dress. I finished the base of the gown. I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish the bow later. I'll make the bow another day. It's fine. When I tell you I made this bow, I was sitting on the bed for like 10 minutes, and I kept thinking of how to make the bow. I was like, cut the crinoline into a rectangle, stuff the crinoline inside the interfaced satin, stuff it with fabric and stuff it with cotton, wrap the bow in the little pinch thing. Pinch the middle, put the little thing in the middle. Now feed the ribbon through. Now how are we gonna put the wire in? We need to go get wire at the store in the morning. Baby, I did not want to go walk to the store in the morning. I don't have a car, so I walk everywhere. I take the bus, I walk, I teleport. So I went ahead and was like, girl, get the wire hangers out of the closet and go ahead and stuff the ribbon with the wire hanger. I got some pliers. I undid them quickly and I stuffed it through a tube that I made. And then I went ahead and bent the frame of it to make it give like a whimsical, it's in the air, it's flowing in the wind kind of vibe. Wire hangers were so effective, baby. Last minute addition to something that I needed, and that was a good learning lesson. So I was very happy with that. Now, the final thoughts on this look. The idea of this look, the 3 goals were to have it be clean, clear of the idea of what it was giving, and also just new. So we got all 3 of those objectives done because we were able to cleanly make the outfit. There was not much error. I took my time sewing. I was very careful with it, and then also the other parts of it were all met to a T because it was brand new and all that jazz. So I'm very happy with that. And I think the only other thing I would change would be like add something else to it. Gloves that are the same color to give it that, because everybody was saying that it was giving old Hollywood. I like the hair that I wore, but I wish I had like an updo, a finger wave, like a Marcel, or like a Marilyn Monroe, like a bubble kind of hair. That would have been chef's kiss perfect. But yeah. Oh, make it just a little bit longer. The dress is, in the picture, it's obviously edited to look like it's hitting the floor, but when I'm performing, it is. There's a train in the back of it that reaches the floor, so it technically is touching the floor, so it's giving high-low, but the high part is not high enough, so I need to either trim it next time and make it a high-low and keep it as a high-low before I add the horsehair, or make the dress longer than expected when I'm cutting the skirt part, because I added horsehair and I did not add the math for the 2 inches, 1 inch for the horsehair, because I literally just put it on and was like, okay, here, go, next, flip, go. And yeah, that's the only thing that I would really change about it, mainly just that, because the dress was good. It was damn near perfection. That's the only like actual error in it, is that the bottom of it does not touch the ground because of the front, but the back does. So it's technically a high-low, whatever. The next dress that I would make, though, if it was this shape, I would honestly do something with like a shell in the top, like a structure at the top, kind of Brooklyn Heights moment, or like a God, let's say Jean-Paul Gaultier, not Jean-Paul Gaultier, Joshua Naponte, like that big moment. He made this dress for Kennedy Davenport, and he has done this idea for Kyria Chanel Davenport as well, which was like he does this big flower thing. Alexis Michelle has had this too, and it's like a big fan thing. I would want something like that, maybe not as huge, but I would want it like how Brooklyn has it at the finale of Canada's Drag Race season 6, where it's like the structure and the thing at the top. Like for my Pokemon Day look, I wanted to do clam pearl, and I wanted to do like a gray gown with stones and structure and like all this stuff, but instead I was like, no, I'm gonna go with something else. We're gonna go with a different one. So like, you'll see that when we see it, okay? So thank you again, muñecas. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun making this look because it was very, very elegant, very eloquent, very pretty. So I was very happy with the outcome of it. And again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for another episode of Making Maria. I'll be making other content as well alongside this. So in the next episode, we're not gonna be making Maria, but we'll be meeting Maria. In a sense, okay? So I'll see you guys when I see you. Ciao. Okay, awesome.